government has suspended the laying of the Exports and Import Regulations 2023. Now, this follows stiff opposition from the minority group and other stakeholders from the trading community to the legislative instrument, which seeks to restrict the importation of some selected commodities. Our parliamentary correspondent, Ni Ayikwe Okan, has details of this and other stories from today's parliamentary proceedings.
Following the conclusion of debate on the 2024 budget on Wednesday, November 29, the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, declared a voice vote in favor of the majority, but this was challenged by the minority, opting for a head count vote. The majority caucus subsequently staged a walkout from the chamber. The Speaker of Parliament deferred the decision on the approval of the 2024 budget to December 7. During proceedings in Parliament on Thursday, the headcount vote was undertaken, with the majority securing 138 votes for the approval of the 2024 budget.
At the end of the head count, ayes 138, noes 136, absent 1. Honorable members, the ayes have it. Honorable members, this House has accordingly approved the budget statement and economic policy of the government for the year ending 31st December 2024.
Speaking to journalists on Wednesday, the proponent or the lead proponent of the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian Family Values Bill 2021, Samuel Nate George, accused the majority caucus of deliberate attempt to frustrate the passage of the bill. But addressing journalists in Parliament on Thursday, the chairman of the Constitutional, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee, Kwame Enyimedu Entry, denied the assertion, warning that any plans by the minority or the proponents to taint the bill with political colors will see a stall of the bill.
I think this is in bad faith. The press conference that was organized was in bad faith and they should desist from that. It is important to note that all members of Parliament agree that we must prosecute this bill. And therefore, I must warn that any attempt that anybody would want to clothe this bill with political colors will suffer non-passage of the bill. I do not understand why some people would want to say, if all Ghanaians, and in fact, when we met as a committee, it is not one-sided hearing. We spent some time on this until we presented our report. Some members of the public are saying, even some reverend ministers are saying that this bill is a bad bill and we must not pass it. Most reverend ministers are saying it's a good bill, we must pass this bill. We must pass a bill that will come into an act that would withstand the test of time. And therefore, we have to iron out all creases. The most serious part of this is that yesterday I overheard my friend casting insinuations at the first deputy speaker, that is Sam George, saying that when the main speaker, that is the right honorable speaker, is not there, then the first deputy speaker or the second deputy speaker wouldn't want to prosecute this. In this House, I am not aware that as a chairman, you just get up, you get to the House, and you prosecute your agenda, irrespective of whether you are ready or not. It is leadership that will decide what we do on daily basis. If leadership had not agreed that we are going to consider a bill, I see no reason why I, as the chairman of the committee, would get up and say that we want to prosecute this bill.
The first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Joseph Osei, reacted to the matter on the floor of Parliament, saying that it is unfair for the proponents of the bill to accuse the majority of deliberate attempt to frustrate the passage of the bill.
Mr. Speaker, the members of the coalition immediately went to press conference and started making allegations that myself and the majority in general are opposed to the bill. Mr. Speaker, when the second reading was done, we were all in the House, and my colleagues will tell you my position on the bill. Suggested to them that even the things they are proposing to take out of the bill, if they bring it here, I will reintroduce them. For members to think that because they propose it, it is their property, is wrong and it's unfair. Once it is laid in the House, it is the property of the House, and it is not for them. And the grandstanding of some of the colleagues thinking that if they do not propose it, it can be done, is wrong. This is the business of the House, and it should be regulated by the standing orders and the Constitution of the House. Mr. Speaker, it is inappropriate for us to assume that because today it is not done today, then it is an attempt to frustrate the process. It is not right.
Whatever the situation, I know that nobody in this House is opposed to the bill, and that this bill will see the light of day before we rise. The people of Ghana are expecting us to pass the bill before we go on recess. Failure to do so will have some serious consequences on members as you want to advance in your political careers.
Speaking to journalists, the Minister of Information, Kojo Oponkroma, announced the suspension of the laying of the legislative instrument which seeks to restrict the importation of some 22 selected strategic goods into the country by the government.
I think as we are here, we engage, we listen, we have a sense of the importance of this policy, and more importantly, the need to get everybody rallying around it, because what it will do is that it will ensure that the local production of all of these items is boosted. And if you've watched about 2-3 budgets that have gone by, this is a major point that we've been making. But it is important to ensure that we are all on the same page as we do that. And so the idea is to ensure that the outstanding stakeholders get an opportunity to have their views expressed and considered, even as we consider this policy.
Reporting from Parliament, my name is Ni Ayikwe Okain for Citi News.